Ida, AWPing? What do you reckon to that?
Ida AWPing. Look, she used to AWP ages ago, and now she's back AWPing again, which I think is really cool. I would imagine she's either in-game leading, it's going to be her or Kit Kat. So that's an exciting one to think about. When we know the updates, you'll know the updates. That's how this works, everyone. But for now, let's focus in on this. It's Big EQUIPA, it's NIP, it's our first game here in ESL Impact Season 7. Let's get to it.
It's that big nip game everyone's been talking about. T-side for NIP, as it is their map pick. Double up in the donut, double up in the cave. Gonna crawl out middle. Naomi with the P250 sent on an investigation mission. We'll spot out Jenny. Let's share some shots. No one connects. NIP continue their stroll. But Pollux has taken full control. So they know this is going to be B. They can start rotating. And in fact, just misses the opportunity.
But that's fine, because Hank has deployed a really good counter smoke, and that's just on the edge with the dual Berettas. Pollux has been removed, and that means you know that they know. So you're in this really weird standoff now. Zana's waiting with the dual Berettas just in case NIP fall back, but it's Hanka that goes forward.
That's so quick from Hanka. Just on the fade, an immediate headshot. Doesn't waste any bullets in the dualies. Bomb gets tapped, see if anyone's going to swing out. In fact, a flashbang forward, and they will swing. They'll go straight into the firing line, but look how many CTs are in here. Ramson will take down 2, but the dual Berettas are rattling off, and it's onto Vilga. A 1v2, she's already been brought low. Jenny is 1 bullet from death. Bazana with the dualies behind default can swing on contact, and there it is. Pissed around for Big.
Yeah, look, for NIP there, the idea is solid to an extent, but the execution is a little bit hurried. And what I mean by that is where you're flashed in towards cave there, you need to decide immediately if you're swinging, and if you're swinging, you all need to go together, or you're just using it as a block. So when you flash into cave, you get the space naturally by just using the utility, or if you're going to swing, all swing together. And you're half in, half out. Ramsden ends up getting 2 kills, which is fine. You bring it down to a 1v1, but if you use that flash just more as a block, it feels like they would have got the site and it would have been a lot more controlled.
Anchor again to be tested. They will charge past 1 for 1.
Trade.
That's a FAMAS to be collected as well, and space being taken. AIM continues to scale through the deep smokes, and Zana has locked them out and continues to. Ramson will get that kill. So a chance, but the bomb, oh no, that went forward on those 2 Ts. Maybe she can fall back and grab this FAMAS. That might have been commed over. So a rifle in hand. A lot of time to work with, but Pollux and Jenny, they partner up. How do you get out of this?
Okay, so what needs to happen here for Ramsin is that either one of Pollux or Jenny needs to just swing the angle, jiggle it, and Ramsin gets the backstab. Pollux is playing this really well, just playing by the box, not giving over a shadow, not giving over anything. Well, the timing here is potentially going to be brutal. Pollux looks back and then looks away. And Ramsin slides out for the first. It's the long-range advantage here with the FAMAS and the MP9. Trying to scoop up the bomb. Jenny just going to play patient, and the wide swing pays off. Both of these rounds come through to 1v1s, but Big win both.
Crazy she was standing on top of that M4 the whole time and never picked it up either. MP9 at long range gets it done. CS2 baby got a wide swing. With how close that came, a 1v1, again, 2 1v1s. With Ramson keeping extra money on hand, looks like they're going to continue to invest in. So 2 rifles, 2 MAC-10s, it's actually, almost as good a buy.
Yeah, you might be questioning, okay, well, why did NIP go in towards short and sort of give the bomb over? It's because they wanted to take the deep space beyond. They dropped that deep smoke in towards CT. They always wanted to take short and long before they put the bomb down. Which is why it looks a little bit skew-whiff in the way that it ends up, but that was the original intent. Paulie now tucked in the corner. They're not ready, and they're clear on the angle, and the help from Zana. It is fantastic from the B defense. This time, things do not get out of hand. It's flawless.
Yeah, contact didn't quite work out. Just tried to walk up, and 3 players just sitting there. In fact, it's kind of surprising that that is the setup, right? That there isn't more deep forward cave control fighting or in mid. You've literally got 3 players ready to go on site as soon as that contact comes. Could not have been a worse setup, I think, for NIP to walk into, and acknowledging that with a timeout.
I'm really not surprised they called a timeout here because, again, you think ideas are probably muddled here. Because you're either executing into the site and you're dropping your utility and you're scaling with it, or you're running up the ramp and you're trying to catch a time in. Instead, it was crawling up the ramp, trying to go contact, but no one is clearing the cubby. The pathing should be around the corner towards long, which is what they were trying to attempt to do, but that second player needs to be holding for that close corner, and no one was. So 30 seconds, you get NATO on the mic, and he can just say, this wasn't working. We just need to sit back a little bit and think about our communication, because things cannot get out of hand within the first 3 rounds of play, because that's how you lose an MR12 game. Things can quickly spiral out of control. I can understand the pressure. You can understand it being the first week. You know how important this rivalry is, a big EQUIPA, NIP. So the variables are there. That didn't even look like that was on Jenny's head, but Vilga just finds the headshot instantly. And now Pullock's pushing into A main. Doesn't want to be overwhelmed and isn't. Good claims.
Zana's here. She's everywhere. You can't get away from her. Every time they hit a site, Zana is around. Bomb stuck in Donut. AK to be picked up. This would need to be a pretty insane series of clicks.
Oh, look at Hanka.
Bigger plane is so patient. Tucked in, Hanka doesn't even reveal herself. Just holding a slither angle just to see that no one, or that Kiara doesn't escape. Scouting out where these players are. But again, a single bullet will take her down. And Hanka will start to move, so time now dwindling for Kiara. About to be shot in the back by Hanka any second. There it is. 4-0 start. They tried to bring the pace that time, Brandon. Didn't quite work out.
No, good fundamentals as well from Big, because you've got Zana that slides over to Big Box to help out Pullux in case she gets overwhelmed. So there's a quick trade form in there. And then in the 1v3, no peeking, no overswinging. You've got the slight jiggle from the MP9 because that's the least valuable weapon to lose. And then you're playing these really long-range crossfires with Hanka, with Zana. Very impressed with the fundamentals so far from Big.
Orbs come out, and it's Ramsons. It strikes first, boosted above the smoke. Nice way to get an opening kill. Zana will trade back immediately, though. Vilga gets mollied forward. I think she was close to cave and flushed out of ledge. Nowhere else to go. Paulie pushes down, and it's a 1-for-1. Even trades, but Hanka, nothing is ever even when you're up against her.
They're pushing this. I like this. You've got to clear the close left, though, and Hanka just strafes, but she doesn't get the kill. Naomi's then, with the instant trade, drop the molly in towards CT. You can plant the bomb. Zana, last known location was Donut. So Naomi considers the possibility that Heaven could have been scaled. Just can't peek. Will make it in towards cave. Zana, this timing is really unfavorable for her, and Naomi is still into the perfect position to try and deal with her. This close clear is tough on the AWP. Zana creeps in, but goes round the corner and instantly hits the no-scope. Big know everything. Big know everything, and they keep things still flawless at the top of the score sheet.
Yeah, tough for some, but not for Zana. 9-1 start for her, and another 1v1 going the way of Big. And also the opening kill going the way of the Tees. The Hanka over-delivers on that push down. In fact, she gets that second. And then the follow-up dink, too. Her and Zana, 176 and 175 ADR. That is a deadly duo.
That's what I wanted. It's what I did call out for in pre-game. I was like, okay, let's see Hanka, let's see Zana just be top of the board and just carry him big. And it worked. I think some of the mid-round fundamentals are good out of NIP, but some of the early stages is what's worrying. Pullux will have to extinguish. That incendiary landed on her position. There's no grenades here. Hanka's in the smoke. It's the same play that she made in the pistol, but moves back just as it fades. Still know these players are in the corner. Flashbang for Pullux, and it's Jenny that gets the kill. Pullux will not escape. So there are at least even trades until Paulie goes searching at ramp by herself.
Zana Zana slides through, misses the chance. Naomi will take her head clean off, and this looks like NIP can break through. As long as they can break past Hanka. Ooh, almost had a chance. The smoke spreads a little bit too much. She wide swings out, and there's just too many bodies there. Jenny does not fancy her chances. We'll find an escape route by removing Kiara, but this will be NIP. On the board, Jenny. Thought that was maybe an AK. It was not.
Yeah, Kiara did a classic B-Dog moment where you're aiming at someone, but your keyboard hand is just got a mind of its own, and you just walk off the box. Played a local LAN last weekend. I was in a 1 versus 2, and I accidentally fell off heaven on Nuke.
Oh no!
Still won it somehow, but just was trying to clear. You know, like you're trying to clear your angles, and you're so like locked in, but you're clearly not locked in because you walk off heaven. Yeah, good times.
Gravity gets the best of all of us.
This was a little bit more disjointed from Big, and I think they just felt a little bit settled. They were being uncomfortable to NIP in towards mid. Pullux with the flashbang play to try and get Jenny a quick kill, which she did end up getting, but Paulie pushes B ramp by herself. That leaves Zana isolated, and Hanka can only just watch on as the rest of her teammates fall. So there will still be teething issues here for Big. They've got to make sure that they are strictly remembering what is necessary. You can't get carried away.
Neat little way to put out the ledge molly so you can play around that smoke as well. Second set of utility will now be sent out.
I kind of missed.
Through. Jenny's sitting in the smoke. She is in a dangerous spot here. There are 5 Ts close by. She'll still find a kill. Zana will too. And Jenny gets out of the way. That is a classic Pullux. Jenny maneuver. She's still standing.
Pullux is pushed. Oh, Pullux should get this kill. Yeah.
Oh, MB9.
What?
Huge damage.
If you've seen this pushing elbow, you know that the player in Zana would have rotated towards Red Room or over towards B to reinforce the site. You've got no ramp control. There's been a smoke that's just been put up, and Pullux is just waiting. This is tough. You know you're boxed in if you're NIP. Ramsin needs to hit this shot, and she does. And Hanka's still waiting on the other side. Now been spotted by the AWP of Ramsin, and Ramsin follows up with another instant shot. Holding for Zana, but can't get by her. It's a 2 versus 2.
Good swing from Zana. Gives them a chance in this one. Pullux is a little while away. Had to root all the way through middle. Zana going out towards long. Might not be needed just yet. Sees the arm, and that is all she needs to take down aim. They were stuck behind default, had nowhere to go. And I think after Zana found that kill on Ramsin, they felt pinned in. They didn't feel like they had that escape route. But I think they had to. They had to wide swing just to find a way out of that.
Not even that. It's when they get the kill and Ramsin's holding short for Zana, someone's got to get out towards long. So someone needs to take space. If it's not long, then it's ramp. If it's not ramp, then it's cave. You just cannot have every single player on that bomb site, because that's exactly what happens to NIP. As you mentioned, they just get boxed in. And it's so difficult to play an afterplant when you're firstly in the same position as your teammate, but secondly, you've just got no control. And this is what I meant about the smoke being a little bit wayward. Where that lands, not indirectly the entrance of cave, but it lands a little bit further forward, it gives Jenny that room to move. Because to the naked eye, it's like, oh, okay, no, cave is smoked, it's fine, we can't see anyone pushing. You still got to get that communication across. And I do think communication is hamstringing the ninjas right now in map 1.
Which is concerning, really, given kind of the situation we put forward for this team.
Yep, no, I agree.
Orpers are doing their work, though. Both Ramsin and Zana are having good days of it. Ramsin is, in fact, second highest on kill count right now.
Yeah, behind Zana.
Yeah, exactly. 2 Orpers. Doing a lot of work. Oh, the incendiary. Going to flush Ramsin out. That's not comfortable, but she actually won't be any followed up on. Smoke hadn't quite faded in red. But going back B, which is where NIP start to move after losing that mid control, well, look who's lying in wait.
They haven't done enough to force these players off. There's been the initial mid utility, as there's always been, but then there's no follow-up. And there's no sort of scaling of your lurker in towards Red Room. It feels very obvious. Hanker can just drop this smoke. AIM can't get ahead of it. Here comes the scaling. And with this scaling, you need to firstly check the boost. Secondly, clear out Hanker in cave. Great angle from Hanker. But she will be removed by Naomi. That bomb has now been planted. There's not a lot of utility to get big forward here.
Yeah, just some smokes. In fact, no one else has utility to save these smokes, so it's just going to be straight up fights on the site. Zana wins hers first, and with Naomi and Vilka low, and in fact, Vilka fails, pretty good for the retake. Pullux takes another, Naomi with 2 HP, still taking names, it's all going to be AIM. The wide swing out can't connect the spray, and they almost line up for a second. But too many targets to deal with. A successful retake despite the limited utility.
They did the same thing. They did the same thing again, Lucy. They had the site and then they didn't take any control off the back of it. You had Ramzin that was stationed towards ramp. Then you had another player that was up ramp but just on the corner. They went in and got the cave space. Yes, they killed Hanker. But they didn't have anything off the back of it.
Zana is hitting shots on the tiniest, like she barely is seeing any of the opponents she's shooting, I swear.
When B doesn't work, you gotta try A.
Guess who's there? Big up the read. They know the B hasn't been working, so Zana posts up over to A early. Out wide, ready for a swing, flashbang. She eats it, goes for the timing shot, doesn't connect on the re-swing though, full confidence. And smoke missed.
Oh no.
Everything is falling apart now for NIP. In their pajamas, the way they look like they're in bed right now.
This is a disaster. This is such a disaster. That smoke, I think, is supposed to go donut. That's the only thing I can really say about that. It was supposed to go donut, it didn't. And then you've seen the AWP fire off. The molly goes in towards CT rather than Temple, where Zana is. I don't know. It doesn't look good.
Looks looking good in the couple of multi-kill moments I've seen from her and the proactive pushing.
That's the main thing, I think, for me. The amount of info she's getting and being deployed as more of a lurker is actually a really interesting one. Normally you see in-game leaders being deployed more as the anchor players. Naomi will get the best, but Hank is still here, just finding so much success. Vilga will finally trade out. It is a 3 versus 3, but again, for Big, everyone is here. Everyone is here on B. Pullux has just dropped a little bit of utility and is now forcing Vilga and the rest of the squad back even further. Smoke goes on long. Bomb can be planted. You have one flashbang. Please take some space.
Yeah, you feel like you got to do something here. We've got smokes, we've got flashes, we've got kits for the CTs. Everything they need for this retake. Here's that flash, Brandon. Waiting for the smoke, and then Vilga will be going around that corner. In fact, when they see that utility, they call for it. It's perfection. The Paulie falls back, and now Vilga out in the open, swung on, and she is the one that knocks them down. Pullux cannot get this done. NIP takes space, Brandon. They take the space, and they get the round.
Thank you. Come on. That's all you need to do. One flashbang, literally right before that smoke phase. It completely catches the player off guard. And it's easy for Vilga. That was a half buy for NIP. They're working with Tech 9s. They trade out efficiently. I think Big give them a lot of respect here. They say, okay, well, your after plants have been rubbish, quite frankly. We'll just get you on the retake. And finally, NIP answer back. Given the landscape of this game, when you look at the money as well, this has come down to 3 or 4 1v1s in this first half. It could have been completely different. So you walk away with this if you get 4 and you think, fantastic. But that's if you can even get there. Zana will be removed by Vilga. That's a bit dodgy, and Naomi comes through the smoke, but so does Hanker. Right through Jaguar. Paulie now starts pushing. AIM on an internal timer looks back in the nick of time. And you are in a 2 versus 1. Naomi's now got all the space towards A, faking it out, but Hanka's already on the rotate. She's in temple.
Quietens at the perfect time as well.
You're never expecting this.
The question is, does AIM commit? And does Hanka now rotate off, having just got that kill? Yeah, okay, so she's going to gamble B. So if AIM just takes this slowly.
Yes and no. If she goes too slowly, then Hanka's going to rotate back. So this is the perfect moment to do this. You need to just plant. You need to just gamble that she's over-rotated, which Hanka has.
Yeah,
The only way this gets weird is that if AIM goes temple and goes B.
No, I don't think at this stage you've cleared out temple. You've seen nothing. Brave to plant open to donut. I will say that much with the molly still in play, but makes that gamble. And now Hanka, without a kit, needs to flush her out. She's going all the way around main, and AIM has heard this. Everything she needs now to close this. And Hanka going silent here is not going to be in her favor at all. In fact, AIM is using this opportunity to relocate.
Yeah, this is nice.
Hanka will start to move forward. But again, without the kit, she has no time to really clear anything, so it's all too easy for AIM to close.
Yeah, played that really well. Planting donut was the scary bit, but I think by that process of elimination, AIM was thinking, well, I've got to temple unscathed. Can't see her in deep CT. Probably has rotated towards B. So good collection. You think Hanka's done more than enough here with the re-push through Cheetah in towards Heaven, getting that double kill, but no. Finally, one of these 1v1s goes in favor of NIP.
And a critical one too, given that the finances, as you mentioned, not in a good place for Big. So NIP can walk away from this half with 4, which, given how it started, would at least be something to work with. Two 5.7s, Deagle, a couple of MP9s.
Oh, these are the rounds that NIP lose.
You're nervous.
Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, they are, to be honest. I think this has actually been one of the biggest weaknesses of this NIP roster, and it's actually surviving against low buys.
And pistol rounds.
Oh, yeah. All of the above. Look at this. I love
Okay.
this crunch. Push your A main, push your elbow.
Yeah, look at the timing on it. The MP9s fly through. Hanka is in midair.
Go B. Just go B. Don't even think about it. Just go B. That's all you need to do right now.
Ollie is here, but she's sitting back. She's just here to prevent them taking deep space. They know a player is here because there is a smoke on ramp.
Oh, Rams is going to die and give the bomb over.
Oh my god, no, please. No, she's going to start accelerating. A little worried about that smoke and if Paulie was lurking around her, but Paulie's just playing around. She's just avoiding them. I think she might get caught here. No way. AIM is so aware. Paulie. There we go. Spotted out. Ramsden catches Jenny on the push. So it's Sana and Pullux. There is a kit on Pullux. Smoke lands long. That's going to block them off. And the bomb is planted for long. I wonder if she just wants to commit to it. She will in the second time. Sana just needs to provide the coverage to blow on it. The HE is perfection. And NIP recover 4 at the half.
Cause once we start, you know we're never gonna stop. We own it, we're winning every time. We own it, pushing every day and night. We own it, we don't do compromise. Yeah, yeah, we touch down every time, every time. Tomorrow we will rise.
8-4 here on Ancient. Big EQUIPA are doing the dirty on NIP's map pick. And in the other game, CS2 News ladies are 5-7 down against Spray and Slay. And every single time I read that name, Lucy, I want to say it the other way around. I don't
Yeah,
know
they're
why.
stuffed up. They're absolutely stuffed up.
Right, PSA,
Can we
either
change it?
change your name.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Slay and Spray, it should be. Come on.
Because it's pray and spray. Like, you've mucked it up. I'm not going to call you that. I'm calling you the right way.
Unlucky.
Sorry.
They're winning 7-5. NIP. Oh, they need to get a pistol.
Brandon, they're not going to do it.
What do you mean? Vilga's literally in the perfect spot.
She's going to get hard cleared because they're contacting. Okay, maybe not. Rotations will be quick. Smokes for
No Molly.
Smokes for CT, not for Donut. So scaling, good. Vilga undetected, swings out, but lost teammates in Donut. Aim has alleviated somewhat.
Nice.
In fact, doubles up Vilga as well, and it's a pistol for NIP.
It's the duo. Vilga and Aim. Vilga, that was touch and go for a moment. But she did spray the USP, and she did slay.
I've seen some Aim frag movies with the USP. She's quite nifty with the old pistoles. Check out her YouTube. Aim. I don't know if searching that will find her. She's out though. Make sure you like her video and subscribe.
And like mine. Thanks.
Yeah. Shout out B-Dog one time.
Just once, though. 8-5.
2-round game, in fact. Because
Well,
it's Glocks, Brandon. That's... Even I think that Big will lose this round.
this is actually, to be honest with you, this is actually going to be a really interesting sort of limit test for Big EQUIPA, because what you are going to expect out of them is that Zana and Hanka are going to be like top of the scoreboard every game. And then you need the rest of the team to up the floor. That is the one big concern, pun not intended, I have for this team. Is how low the floor is compared to how high the ceiling is of Zana and Hanka.
Yara, chance to farm, couple of kills, and then Aim swings out, and yeah, only one casualty. About as expected. So 6-8, from 1-8 to 6-8 already. How quickly things can change.
Zana and Hanka have the same ADR.
That's cool.
I wonder which twin is going to be better this season, because it was Kiara for a bit and then Naomi took over, and it's weird because if one of them does well, the other one doesn't, and if both of them are just sort of bumbling along, then they both do okay. I think I've yet to see a game in which both of them get 20 kills each.
Yeah, they share their power.
Good mid control being taken by NIP in this round. Be interesting to see what Big want to do with it. They've got lane. They're about to walk in towards cave. Naomi rotates over with the MP9 to hold not only deep red room, but also can be that third rotator towards B.
Yeah, they've got an SMG. Don't really want to be hanging out towards red. And with the two M4s over on that side of the map, 3 on B makes perfect sense. They've got all the information thanks to Ramson holding the walk across red. Can these 3 players on site hold? That's the question. They bait out some utility with that
Good
first smoke. But they did look to commit. They're flushed forward, Naomi. In fact, she's going to charge in, and it doesn't matter if she's flushed forward. She still takes the fight. Hanka now charging through, looking to get some trade backs, and it's with Paulie that she does. It's not favoring the T's. Till Zana steps in. He's been fearsome in the feed thus far. The sentry doesn't spread. He's given the space to plant, so already a win. Oh, the last second spread is devastating. You can just see the damage at the late stage tick. If that hadn't landed to her heels, there was a chance for her.
Yeah, you can see the tilt as well. I mean, that's a really frustrating one. You've literally put the bomb down, and as you have got the audio cue, that's when the molly spreads. Inconsistency in the mollies. Another thing to add to the CS2 crime list. That one's a little bit awkward because where Big had put down all their utility, that one counter smoke completely ruins them. And they didn't have a nade to break it open. Instead, they decided to go through. They want to go through on contact to surprise NIP, catch, I think it was Naomi with that MP9 as she was being pushed off by that molly. And it just didn't work. Instead, it's going to be a straight hit out A. When's the penny going to drop for NIP? Because they don't see anything. Ramsden starts charging over.
He's going to get here. Flashbang's good. They want to take this control of the donut. This could be risky because there are 3 CTs in here and it is an absolute massacre. Decimated in the hallways of Donut.
Gotta be said. Now we start asking what ifs. And what if any of those 1v1s went the other way for NIP? That this could have been a lot more of a conclusion. Instead, we've really got a game on our hands. NIP have been flawless so far on the CT side. And now it is up to Pullux. Now it is also up to the coach of Big Keeper to call timeouts efficiently and respond to some problems.
8, 7 in a row. 7 in a row. Look at all the damage being done by Utility and by Vilga. She just charges forward the flashbang perfection from Ramsden. Zana can't fight anything back. I can't believe it. NIP are about to be in the lead. 8 rounds in a row.
Yeah, look, this was going to be the difficult bit, to be honest. I think actually when you look at this team of players for Big, I think you've got Hanka that wants to be aggressive. You've got Zana that will go for opening kills, but she's more of a closer, in my opinion. Paulie can be aggressive, but I think since joining Bigger Keeper, I think she's toned it down a lot more. And for Pullux, she's not an aggressive player. So I think T-side is actually always going to be inherently a little bit more difficult for this squad, despite teaming issues normally taking shape on CT side. I think the T-side is actually going to be Big's biggest downfall, not only on Ancient, but just across maps in the pool.
Reminded me, Paulie used to play on NIP, so we've actually got 2 players that have kind of previously been on the NIP, under the NIP banner on the Bigger Keeper, because Pullux also had a stint with the Ninjas. That's just a fun fact. A lot of utility expended early for Big. They have a Molly and a Flashbang, and they have Ramsden's AWP to contend with. And she has not been missing. For all the praise heaped at Zana, Ramsden has actually overtaken her now with that frag to slow down.
Oh, wow. Okay, Naomi just pushes the edge of the donut smoke and backs off. Ramsden now needs to escape because she'll be in a heap of bother if Donut gets overwhelmed. A deep donut smoke thrown in by NIP. A Molly, yeah, on the position. That's what I was worried about. Jenny just forces the issue. Necessary trade out of Naomi. It is a 2 versus 4. It shouldn't get out of hand, especially with Vilga finding one more onto Paulie. It's Zana on half HP, but it's Zana with the lineup in towards CT. AIM needs to hold on. She can't peek. She can't give this away. And instead will wide swing to guarantee that Kiara trade. It's NIP with double digits, and it's Big without a T-side round.
Yeah, shocking. That was, kind of felt like maybe a bit of a miscomm on the side players because there were 2 CTs that were playing kind of towards default. One rotates back towards red, and there's that gap that's allowed that sees Ramsden fall, but Naomi at least is able to get the refrag. T-side is really kind of where I expect, yeah, to be kind of Hanker and Jenny doing a lot of work for this team.
Oh, good flash.
Yes. Clean. One dig, one tap. All it took.
See, yes and no, because I think the way that Pullux was played on CT, it wouldn't actually surprise me if Pullux just becomes more of a lurk and you got Jenny being in with the pack, which I think I prefer it the other way around. Jenny naturally a really good lurker. I'm sure we'll probably see more of her lurking, but that's kind of what it indicated to me based on CT positioning. Oh, okay, this Deagle is not working out. The good news for NIP at the very least is that, number one, Jenny isn't hitting 1 digs. Number two, they can't get the AWP.
Yeah.
But the danger for NIP is that Big are going into B, be careful.
Listen, she got the Deagle kill.
She did.
Don't forget that. Can these pistols do any more damage? Hanker certainly can, and Zarni's aim was considered. And these are the rounds. These are the rounds. And now Vilga, she might lose her life too. Jenny, oh, actually doesn't quite get the timing, but will still be behind Vilga in a second. And still can't catch her. Vilga inadvertently has completely avoided Jenny. And will get to hold on to the AWP.
Okay, Vilga. That's the brain. That's the in-game leader. And that's just CS2 timing. But that's another one of those rounds. These are the rounds that NIP can't afford to be dropping. But these are the rounds that get dropped so often by NIP. They're in complete control of a game. And then suddenly they let their opponents in. They need to win this next round, to be honest, in order for this to feel comfy. Yes, they got all the money. Fortunately enough, Ramzin was able to be dropped the AWP by Vilga. So you don't have to reinvest that. But you're still living a fine line here, NIP. This is still a one-round game. You have been comfy here on the CT side, sure, but it only takes 2 rounds for that economy to break.
Oh, quite the nade, but they get the space. Scaling up ledge, just a very default round from Big. They got heavily punished by the aggressive lane control last time.
Great spam.
Great damage. And we'll have to play away from the angle now. NIP just happy to sit back on their angles. Let Big dictate how this round plays out as they slowly take control.
Good mollies. One molly goes deep in towards Jaguar, which pushes Kiara back, and then they throw another molly just to keep her in cave, and Hanker blows the smoke just in case Kiara's just sat within it, because Hanker loves to make that play. If they then go back and spam the wood again, they might do even more damage. Ramzin is on this angle. And with 35 seconds left, Big EQUIPA have to commit into this 3-player site.
Well, jiggle her off. Sentry goes forward. She re-slings on it. Aim still alive. Took further damage. Has to fall back. Any stray bullet will take her down. Ramzin also low. Poorly removes Kiara. That was the full HP player. And yeah, there's that stray bullet. Aim picks up the AWP now. But again, she needs to be incredibly careful. Pullux still has a HE. You feel you got it, don't you?
Off you go.
They're still sticking. They're still sticking.
No.
They're still here.
They got no util.
They're going for it.
They got no util.
A dry swing around the corner. Vilga jiggles out straight into Pullux. Naomi meets the same fate, and Aim, I don't think she's in the way. She might. She might. No one pushed long.
It'll be close.
Can Pullux hunt her down? That's the question. Looks like she'll be okay. Or will be held onto. But we're tied up.
And there's no real money. You invest all in here, NIP. That sight hold was not good enough. And I can tell you why. It's literally because Ramsey's got a gap in front of this smoke, and Kiara just needs to tuck. But Kiara's the one taking the forward angle, and Ramsey's been dinked. So you're hoping that there's this immediate contact shift, but there isn't. There's a discipline because Ramsden gets dinked, she falls back, and that means Kiara's isolated. Aim's already low HP. You either want to play that completely retake, or you want to have maybe a crossfire in towards Cave where Aim has been subtly baited in for Kiara. Then Ramsden can still do her thing on towards Long. It again felt a little bit muddled, and it felt like the player on high HP should be the one that was baiting rather than the one that was baited in. Slay and Spray have won. Spray and Slay.
You know, no, I've thought more on it, and actually I think Spray and Slay is correct.
Well, they've won the first map, 13-6 against CS2 News.
Flames. Ramsden could barely see Zana on the other side, but it didn't help Zana either. Swing out. Can't connect that shot. Not a place you want to hang around too long with the AWP.
Just got reflashed in. Oh, this is, yeah, scary. You got to be careful with the elbow smoke fading now.
Yeah, right, because if your teammate whips, if Naomi misses her chance, you are not winning that with the AWP from that angle. They will fall off. Aim on the jiggy jig. Drops the smoke after the AWP shot fires. But you've found that the melody of their default is working out quite well for them. Getting a lot of space without too much needed, just their general protocols, and NIP are respecting the utility thrown out.
Yeah, well, it's because NIP aren't being able to defend against these late hits, and they're not keeping enough utility to be able to defend against it. They're using all of their early presence to gain space, but then they're just disengaging. There are 4 players here on this B bomb site. And again, Big are going to look to test this. If they walk in and they're able to get this round with 4 players, I don't know. Something's got to change. And maybe it's the individuals. Good trade spacing out of both Aim and Naomi, but Kiara can only find one. Here's Ramsden denying the bomb, and Zana will hit another no-scope, but time proving to be an issue. She's just going to run down Vilga and get rid of her. Big EQUIPA again, finding all of the success.
Yeah, but that's just insane. That's ridiculous. She had time to grab the bomb and plant, but no, she just charges through the smoke, Tech 9, and runs down the rotator. That is an outrageous way to close this round out. You feel like Ramsden's done it all.
This is ridiculous.
What? That's with like 2 seconds left. Zana is on another level right now.
She's been grinding.
The rounds that NIP have lost must be so infuriating.
They are.
I mean, in both of those deaths in that 1v2, like for Ramsden, you feel like, oh, you know, if I just tuck back a little further. And I mean, not much you can do when Zana just charges through with the Tech 9. I cannot believe that.
I don't know. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's absolutely ridiculous from Zana.
Insanity. And that's
insanity.
Potentially insanity. Bookmark that one. This is that might be the round that wins the game.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, honestly, that's completely over now because they're just going to go into B again. This time we're on 5-7s. Yeah, see you later. Kiara. Oh, hang on. Ramsey's found 2 headshots with the P250. It's the 2 versus 2. This one is still on, and Naomi's got a deagle.
Bomb needs to be planted. Zana, that's your job. You got the AWP. You put the bomb down. Vilga's spotted. Just gonna go looking. Oh, that's dangerous. And now Zana has the clutch again. First is hers and can't swap in time. Vilga closes the distance. Maybe it's not done yet.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Ramsden finds 2 insane headshots. Anything you can do, Zana, I'll do better. Vilga's thinking, how on earth have we won that round? Look at this. They line up for Ramsden, and then Vilga does enough to bait Jenny into Naomi. And she is just running at Zana, hoping that one bullet will connect, and it does. 11-11. NIP need to make a wish because Big EQUIPA are coming up with everything and the kitchen sink against them. And it might just be enough. This is the perfect call out of Pullux. Let's go A. But Ramsden is in donut. And Naomi's rotated over.
Yeah, what a gamble from NIP. I don't think they've got any specific info
They don't.
outside of the lack of sound over on B, but it's just a jiggle from long from aim, and that's it. That's called this gamble over.
Oh, there's a gap in the smoke.
Not a Vilga cross. Oof, a lot of damage on the Hanker. Zana fires off a shot. Vilga feeling the pressure, but smoke lands.
And now they're going to rotate away. Yeah, this is brilliant from Jenny because you can smoke donut. You've now got away in towards red room. You've also confirmed that the AWP is here. And the common reaction here for the CTs is to push down B ramp. And that's exactly what's going on. Paulie needs to be careful, but Big, in theory, should know exactly what's happening.
So Amos continued all the way down to spawn. Pullux, not ready. Good damage done. Kiara, not flashed out either. Might be dealt with by Jenny. You can remove aim. You can maybe make something work in this round. Zana is slow pushing behind, so maybe Jenny can worry about other targets or just go for the swing. Oh, risky. Does connect, but there's Naomi from up above. And Zana, this one's impossible. 20 seconds.
It's not for Zana. She's
Two
had
players
the
on
volley.
site. Not ahead of the AWP.
Oh. Despite all of this, NIP is somehow on map point first.
How's this happened?
I don't know.
What a map to get us started. This has really had it all.
I'll tell you what, I think that kill, aim pushing forward in towards the B doors and catching off Pullux, that is going to prevent hack because your immediate attention is towards the B doors. And that one moment, that slight half second is enough to find that double.
What do you do here? What's the call?
Rush B. Genuinely, like, has been working. Maybe you don't want to rush. But the mid space into the B play has been working really efficiently.
You're that
Just have
AK to
another one
Zada or
of these.
Hanko.
True. You just have one of these slow rounds where you catch this aggression from NIP and then you throw it into a B exec. That's what's been working this entire second half. Oh, that's not how I throw that elbow
No,
swing.
me either. I do it on a bit to the right. Well, it works.
It does.
Ramsden's here, the only one. Naomi's actually very far removed. We'll start to move over. But again, a very split defense. Now the hit comes through. Naomi, if she's isolated, if she can't fight for it, doesn't matter. She does. Smoke hasn't landed yet, and she's just given a free runway to take names. Zana, can she remove Ramsden? That alleviates some pressure, allows a gun. In fact, an AK from the ground picked up. 2v4. But Vilga on this
Very
side of Red Room. Look at that slither angle. She'll know that they haven't crossed into heaven.
Yeah, so you get aim to mobilize in towards CT as she's doing. She should be looking towards long in the next few seconds, but then you got the twins just on A. It makes so much sense. There is a smoke that Pullux can deploy, but you want to go contact here if you're big. Just as you get in towards this site. Now you can look to limit options. You came through donuts, you probably don't expect them there. Zana goes searching in towards Temple. And she will find Naomi.
Second twin unexpected. Pullux, new leader, needs to really do it all. Brought down incredibly low. And time also, same state. No chance to even plant. Aim will secure it. NIP, against all odds, take it 13-11. This was an 8-1 scoreline to Big at one stage.
Yeah, this... I mean, it's so impressive, but you also got to sit back and you got to think, why was it 8-1 in the first place? How many 1v1s did they lose? Then you go on to CT side, it's a lot. IP find it relatively easy to break into. I do worry about the individual form of someone like Pullux, for example, and if she's playing the B anchor role, then that potentially could get a little bit out of hand. Not to throw her under the bus, but I think when you're in a new team, in a new role, if you're put there, it could be dicey.
Let's see. PT50 out long, Xana. There's a little shot off at Ramsey. Just reminding us of a head-to-head to keep an eye on. Naomi will get first contact in middle. Hanka spotted. Scaling continues. And now 3 players are on B. If you want to go this way, it could get a little dicey. And Naomi really wants to fight this, but she's seen a lot of bodies. She's not going to stop. Swings again. Further damage, but they're going to go straight through this narrow angle. Naomi and Vilga finding kills. A piece of aim as well. Paulie alone on the site. Sana is very far away, and now they know they have her isolated. Another successful pistol.
Yeah, played that really well. Vilga just tucks her head in, doesn't fight, and just lets aim get closer with the dual Berettas. And Xana, as you mentioned, was just so far away. Paulie had to try and survive for as long as she could, and it was just so dangerous. Just couldn't manage it.
They just definitely weren't expecting that third player towards B. They thought Naomi was kind of the secondary supporter.
It was really cool to actually see Naomi do that because she's been so aggressive. She's taking the fights. She's trying to prolong things. She wouldn't do that if there was a third player there normally. So just completely underprepares big for what is in store on the other side of that window. Another pistol for NIP. And very much like in big EQUIPA fashion, they don't get the bomb down, so they're just going to eco. Glocks out in full force. And for NIP, it's just all about layering this utility, denying as much as possible. That's actually one of the last pieces of util used. A lot of prioritization going in towards the rifles here.
Makes sense on a map like this. Ramsden spots the drop, so she'll be ready for this scaling. Well, needs to be a little concerned. They're ready to get the bomb down because of this passive position and find a kill as well. Make it 2, so a little costly. That's a rifle lost. Remember, there was only the single SMG. That's a pretty decent round for Big.
Yeah, very good. 2 kills in a bomb plant. More than happy with that if you're big keeper. Yeah, there's the MP9 on the floor. FAMAS recovered as well.
Well, FAMAS lost.
Yeah, true.
But an AWP now in the hands of Ramsden. So, you know, it's a little bit of economical damage, but doesn't mean you get the AWP out earlier than perhaps you would have. And she made good on it. And will Big be expecting it?
Probably not. Good angle being taken.
Oh, that's sick.
Brilliant.
All right. Ramsden's not slowing down.
Yeah, needs to chill a little bit, though, because it hasn't got support in close proximity. So just backs up. Will shuffle with Vilga. Now goes in towards middle. Brilliantly played so far for NIP. Big's first gun round, 3 versus 5. They've got a lot of utility, but they need to get by Kiara in pit if they want to go to A, or this double setup on B.
Yeah, perfect way to play it. Player spots middle, make sure no one goes up short. You can then afford to have 2 on either extremity. Not really any easy way for Big to play out this round. They can at least re-smoke doors, so to put some uncertainty for NIP. Ramsden will get blocked off and have to lean to one side. I feel like late long's the only play here, especially because you've now drawn some attention short, but I say that, Vilga will move over and she'll get a lot of information on that jiggle. 2 players spotted, flashbang set up, swing out is good, spray connects. Vilga takes 2, Jenny will get 1 back. With little HP, has to charge through, and there's no bullets in that M4. That is unfortunate. How much more damage can she cause? That's really the only aim of this round, and...
Not a lot,
well,
apparently.
You can assume the round... Oh, she'll save an AK. Yeah, there wasn't anything to see.
Yeah. All right, wheel
Why
it up.
not?
Wheel it up, production. Let's go to the replays again. Yeah,
We can watch
good
that.
picks.
That first kill was so cool. Like, that's just a peak where you know players like to sit, doing their little jumps and peeking middle from. Zana doesn't even get to play around a Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Throwing the U2 as well, like aiming upwards. I think that's why the head is spotted there as well. Easy does it. 3-0 so far. And Jenny will save that rifle, but it's a hero. Everyone else is going to be on Tech 9s. A change of pace. I like this a lot. Just going straight up short. This is how they got their bomb plant in the first instance. And they've got flashbangs to get Ramsden off the angle.
Yeah, Ramsden needs to repause. That's a pretty dicey position to be in if they do overwhelm.
Vilga's got to be worried about CT as well, because last time they did this, they did jump in towards CT.
Be aware of the possibility, and Ramsden gets that first kill, falls back. Flashbangs are good to continue the scaling, so they will get over with the bomb. Plant to be secured. Pullux, those are brave shots to the Tech 9. Not going to find success. And a wild fly out of the sky from Paulie. The drop down does work out. Zana from behind, not ready for aim. So it's a similar situation with the Glocks. 2 kills and a bomb plant.
Yeah, and actually, do you know what? Even though that was really brave and it looked a little bit careless from Pullux, I really do like it because it does give a lot of space over, because she's now taken all of ramp. She's saying to Big, look, I've got all this space. You can utilize it in whatever way possible. The drop down in towards CT seemed a little bit crazy. And there were trades available for NIP. They don't stumble at the Tech 9 block, as they so often do.
But she's going to go for the timing shot, and instead she's the one that gets got by the timing. Zana has had the worst start to this map.
Yeah.
Like, this is like, I've been in these games before, where just every timing is against you. You don't even get to start a round.
And conversely, Ramsden's had a brilliant start to this game. And Pullux can't get the kill on Naomi. Now there's a drop down in towards CT. Crossfire now established between Naomi and Vilga. This is going from bad to worse again. You speak about Zana not having a great game. Hank hasn't got a kill.
True. Big have not been able to get going just yet on this T side, and this round doesn't look too much better. Ramsden still sentry with this AWP. Dodges the flash, can't quite hit that shot, so they are able to scale past. She'll still be on another line, and okay, doesn't get to fire off. It's Paulie. Takes her head clean off. Still plenty of players here. 3 CTs. In fact, it's a wild spray. Hanker gets on the board, and she does it in style. A double up with the AK spray. From a 3-on-5 to a 2-on-2. Naomi brings it now to Paulie to the clutch. Swing out. Will find that first. Sees the second. Paulie arrives in the server with style. A 3K and a 1v2.
Yeah, awesome work from Paulie and Hanker. At NIP, they think they can just consistently overwhelm Big. They can keep swinging. They can keep forcing the fights, and that's not going out well for them. That was a 3 versus 5 that's been able to be converted here by Big, and it is all because NIP just weren't giving them any respect. They were just swinging brazenly. Where were the trades? There were none available, and Paulie works the 1v2 masterfully.
Vilga blocking the way. Roadblock. Realizes she gets the second. Outrageous. And that was the bomb.
Oh no, yeah, okay. I was gonna say there's a good time in here for Hanker in mid, but it doesn't matter, I suppose. Rams in, needs to look below. Hanker on the screen. Oh, Adjustment shot not quite connecting for Ramsin, but it doesn't matter because, as you said, they've still got the bomb.
Oh, that is really unfortunate for Big.
AIM's got the timing as well because Hank has just cleared lower. You should be really underprepared for AIM to be here. Pullix is looking at it, so is Zana. Maybe they're aware.
Yeah, AIM. Never mind. That is an unlucky timing again. This round's just going to peter out. Pullix will save the orb. I don't know if people have heard that being picked up and probably clued on to what's going on. Their money is also not fantastic, so they don't really want to put the resources into hunting this.
No,
Well,
you send anyone, you send Naomi.
that round ends when Vilga blocks the way and sprays through a smoke.
Classic Vilga moment.
Counter-terrorists win.
That's horrible, really, for Big, because you think maybe they can start something. If they win the next gun round, they're breaking the economy, and then they can go 4-2, 4-3. It feels a little bit better. Yes, they are all in again. Lost bonus is now building up to a critical mass, which is pretty okay, but Jenny's on the Deagle. Paulie's only on a Galil. Zana needs to hit a shot, and she can't do it.
Yeah, it was the first round. They really wanted to group and take it long as well, and it's...
That's the
Worked
first
out.
round as well that NIP have been that deeply invested into long. Any other round it would have worked.
Yeah, it's because they had the weaker weaponry. Vilga wanted to get aggressive with the MP9 up close with it, and, well, you can see why.
Vilga's now got to be careful she doesn't get overwhelmed here in short. Heard the jump up, drops the molly, can then drop the smoke behind it as well, or maybe even gets flashed around the corner, but it's a little bit dangerous. Smoke goes in, Hanker goes forward and can't quite catch Vilga. So close. Thin margins, but it does allow the room for Zana to start to work, but this boost from Kiara, oh, she's heard them run back.
Doesn't see that cross. Surprised, though. Paulie fell off long, so this is going to be B. She would have had a good timing, actually, to go through long when Ramsin peels back, but instead, they group up towards B, and that's still going to be decent. 2 players in the side itself, AIM tucked in the side. Will she be cleared? Doesn't look like it. Has the opportunity to swing out and take down 2. Naomi looks to do the same. Dink onto the second. Zana needs Hanker to find success, and it's all on Zana now. Time again. So low. Allowed to cross, but planting, even that is going to be tricky. Over the top and dropped into the side. Oh my god, Zana! She
No
moved.
time.
Oh, if she planted immediately, maybe there was time. But that half second, not there for her.
Third no-scope for Zana in this series. And funnily enough, that's a 66% no-scope conversion rate now into the round. Because both of them on Ancient amounted into a round win. This one on Dust2, unfortunately, isn't enough.
A second off. That's all it was.
Oh. Good bait and switch. The fact that both AIM and Kiara get 3 kills from that spot is more than
she's done it
enough.
again.
And now Rams has hit the same shot again.
Guys, you can't be throwing this smoke. Rams is taking that spawn. Vilga's taking deep into bedroom.
Why did the Aussies call it bedroom?
I think because it's a house, and houses have bedrooms.
Houses also have doors.
Yeah, but it's doors in middle. Doors is a bad call for it. There's like 4 sets of doors on this map.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's long doors, isn't it?
I'm okay with long house. I'm not abiding long doors.
Okay.
This is like these casters that are trying to make Icon happen on train.
I mean, it is. It is Icon.
No, it's never been that before. They're trying to make it happen. Nice kill from Zana.
You should know that there's another player here. You have to clear this. Zana will clear it. Oh, the pistols go behind her. Perfect clear, but you got to be wary of short.
What?
But, oh, she adjusts. She adjusts in time, and the nade goes on towards Sight and not towards Goose. Zana is still alive, but now Zana is the only one for Big EQUIPA. Smoke forward, a jump spot. They know exactly where she is. She's now playing with the smoke, and she needed to hit that flick, but Zana can't do everything big. She needs some help.
Yeah, crazy she gets that play on. She was scoped in, looking towards long. And she's able to flick back over onto short.
Hopefully we'll see it back.
Yeah, I think that was onto Vilga maybe, but that's ridiculous. There's that
Really?
opener from Ramsin once
Really,
more.
Ramsey? Okay, see this.
Oh, you can see it back. But
Unlucky.
NIP 7-1 up. They're the ones that have got a dominant lead. You're right. Zana needs some help. Getting close in some of these closing positions, but just needs that extra kill to help her out. Because so many of these rounds,
Oh, here
they've
we go.
actually... Here we go.
Oh,
Ooh.
that wasn't as cool as I thought it was.
That was in slow-mo. Doesn't get much cooler than slow-mo. Slow-mo bullet time. That was the pinnacle of cool once a time, you know? Matrix. You got an explosion behind her. Sunglasses. Sort of badass one-liner.
It's not a badass one-liner for Big.
Well, it's a bad one scorer.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah.
That's why they,
God, I set it up and you dunked it. Oh,
yeah, going for
they're dunking
one-liners.
down behind the molly. Ramsin does see the second one at least, so can get out of dodge. Big are going for the short play again. It has been working in terms of the control, but just not the landing.
Okay. Much like on Ancient, Big have managed to get all the control they want. They've got NIP in very kind of default positions on the CT side. And they're going to keep it simple. Short. Vilga's hearing this mid to B smoke, so I think she's not going to bite on that. Drop down through the smoke rounds and didn't see that, and so she won't be ready for Hanker to scale. This is the best looking round for Big in some time.
Yeah, much better. Got to be careful of short, so Jenny's looking to accommodate that. Flashbang, not good enough. And suddenly all the players are here. Paulie needs a multi and she finds it. It is still achievable for NIP because AIM has now dealt with Paulie. Zana hits the necessary shot and now Zana needs to hit another one. AIM goes back to the AK. Zana out wide, but it's AIM again with a triple kill. NIP retake through short.
Yeah, they just met each other in short, and NIP won out that first fight, and that was the player in the best position to then take duels. Hanko was really in the open and in a really difficult place to win her fights. Paulie does get two, and Zana hits a half-blind shot on long. You almost feel like it's enough until AIM comes through. Runs out of bullets, has to go back and pick up an AK from the ground, and in fact, I think that need to go back and swap guns gave her a decent advantage then on that swing. That was the best position Big EQUIPA had found themselves in, and it still falls apart.
This reminds me quite a lot of that first half of Ancient, where all of the rounds NIP would set themselves up in and Big EQUIPA would take it away from them. This feels vaguely familiar. Jenny holding and securing onto Ramsin. There's another rifler which she can hear.
Can't lose
It's
this
AIM,
one.
who is 10 and 3. Hoping for more. And we'll find it. Bullocks needs to be careful. You can't really commit the bomb into this. Or maybe you
my
can.
God.
Instant headshot.
That fight goes the other way. This round could get lost, but Vilga with 8 HP. Listen, I rate Vilga as much as the next person. But that one's not happening.
No.
They convert their opening kills.
What's that? What's that honor?
Listen. Kill feed says what it says.
They can 8-4 him.
Yeah, they actually can. This is a force buy.
That's a nice little camera angle.
Yeah. Cinematic.
So realistically, Lucy, if you want to see Train, we need Big to go 8-4 and then do what NIP just did.
Please. The people need my joke.
Yeah.
How do you get... Actually, don't worry about it. This is about
Are you going to do it? You're just going to say it
There's
anyway.
going to be a different joke. I've actually got a second joke now.
Rams in. Oh. Oh. How's she the one getting tagged when she was the one with the scout? Hanker finds Kiara up short. Okay, this should be fine now. Hanker's got rid of 2. The flashbang play doesn't work out. Jenny mows them down.
What's that spray? She got 2 headshots from that. It looked crazy.
Yeah, it was sick.
Nah, that was luck. I'm sorry, Jenny.
Nah.
Nah.
Skill.
No, it wasn't. I mean, yeah, but there's skill in there. But those being 2 headshots was luck. Okay, 8-4. We'll be all tied up in, check back in about 15 minutes to 20 minutes, I suppose.
Oh. Kiara's Deeg. Gonna swing with Rams. In fact, gonna swing with everyone. Look at Vilga. Vilga's already in spawn. They know it's gonna be a long take.
Yes,
I don't think
however,
they'll be able to catch these players.
Yeah, Jenny's already taken a lot of space solo, so yeah, the flank will come, but it won't come fast enough to be too disruptive. Long is being held. Hanker is posted up there at the moment. She's expecting them to come out, but with half HP, she's caught off guard. Oh, missed that one. The Tech 9 doesn't, though. And she has support from Car. They want to deal with Vilga, so they've got Space Sun who just wide swings with the Tech 9. And they are getting mowed down. That 8-4 half, as prophesized, is there.
You know I feel the same way. Something crawling under the surface. Snap your fingers, we'll go there. We can find your inner furnace. Listen to the mantra. Don't stop, get what you're after. No rush to find an answer. Get it all out. Stay moving as the beat goes. Feel free and let the rain fall. No need to know tomorrow. Tomorrow we will rise.
We're back. It's an 8-4 half for NIP, and if you're an NIP fan, you got to hope that history doesn't repeat itself, because last time we were here, they ended up winning the map 13-11 off a massive comeback. And look at Big. Oh, look at Big go. They're so fast up top middle. Hanker's already here. Vilga is lying in wait. It's that duo. It's Hanker, it's Zana, and now it's just Zana.
But it's just Zana. Come on. It's never just Zana. Now you feel a little weird. You've just been pushed. You're like, oh, I don't like that. They kind of know our whole thing. So Kiara chills out with a PD Fitty. I like this push out of Paulie. She's cleared deep into upper tons. But if she keeps going, that's not good. She needs to hang around. She needs to be here for the information, because at the moment, NIP are just going to stroll straight into B. Maybe it's Jenny that will move over. It will be. So in fact, now it looks great.
Does it?
Maybe. Oh, Paulie. Oh, she's in trouble. Maybe? No. She is the trouble.
Just accelerate. You don't need to be hanging around here. You don't need to be fighting the dual Berettas up close. It feels so silly.
Well,
It feels so silly. But they did manage to get the trade 3 versus 3, but now you're going back into Zana. They are trying to push and pull these rotates so far. They now know that Zana's behind default. They know one's in towards CT, and Kiara and AIM deal with both. And now it's just Jenny. No kit. No util. And the space that NIP has been taken up short.
okay. It all should be fine. Jenny has got a nice little timing to slide up, but can't find that first kill. So, much to the jubilation of AIM, it is a pistol round for NIP.
2 out of 2. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4. Gotta ask Vilgra about that. If NIP are able to take this map.
But they're not going to, because we're going to see the comeback from Big EQUIPA. That we can get Train. Actually, I think it'd be so funny if Train keeps being a decider and we never get it, and then, you know, I keep talking about the joke. It's going to be an ongoing joke about the joke. Oh, this is a new bit. It's going to be fun.
Haha. I think teams will try and pick it against like Imperial or something. Like, I imagine like Prototype Blaze would love to play Train. That feels like a very Prototype Blaze map, you know?
Yeah. All right.
That would be a good bit though. If there was always a decider and it was like these insane like 2 mappers that had like OTs and then just you never got it like ever.
That made me sad though, because I really want to see more Train. I'm a big Train head. All right, this is where the comeback begins. 5 M4s. Those 2 players without head armor give me some cause for concern, with 2 Galils and a Mac 10 in play. It's gonna be a straight hit in towards B. Pullux is alone. Jenny needs to get here to help her because she's tucked down, and she's arrived at a perfect time. Kiara will get the kill back. Flashbang was good, but Jenny can't quite pull out the pistol. Flames in towards the window, deny further entry, so Kiara allowed to plant the bomb. But it is an advantage for Big in the retake.
A lot of util here for NIP. Another molly drop. Kiara still got another smoke, and it's just been replenished in towards the doors. A further molly. This is just keeping them back so much. There's one flashbang to break in. There's no defuse kit unless there's one on the site. So Hanka will flash forward, but Kiara's already in the corner, and Naomi swings in as well. It's all Kiara. Here on the edge of the site, Kiara gets all 3 kills, and it's the Twingers of NIP to put them forward up to 11.
Yeah, it felt a little disjointed, didn't it? It really felt like they were kind of crossing their wires in the way they wanted to approach that retake. Zana goes in first through the doors, and there's no kind of contact from window at the same time, and she's walking through a smoke, so she's never going to win that duel. You kind of feel like she needs to be the player that goes second after the window contact. You go 2 out through the window, Zana goes out through the smoke same time. What could have been Big's first CT round denied. Might just be the train has left the station, Brandon.
Might be, but Hanka's still getting kills, and so is Paulie. This could get a little bit out of hand, but maybe not. Pullux
Here we
with
go.
the backstab, low HP on Naomi. Ramsin hits the shot and provides cover. That is exceptional out of Ramsin. Paulie still trying, and Paulie will adjust. 4 kills for Paulie, and Big will stay alive.
Yeah, you want to talk about exceptional? There she is on your screen. Hyped up Paulie is the player that Dust2 would rely on for Big EQUIPA, and yeah, she's delivering. What a round with the MP9. Up and over the top, the second with the adjustment, pure brilliance. Finally a breakthrough from Big EQUIPA. Comes off an individual moment, but that might be what they need.
It's enough. The thing is, it doesn't matter if it comes off teamwork, if it comes off individual. The point is, you need something to get you going. You need something to get that spark back in the action. And there we go. Paulie again, finding the in-game leader of NIP.
Very good D2 player. Ramsin just on a deagle as well. Utility light, but enough. Some sort of play. That's the one flashbang, and it doesn't find success. Jenny controls just about. It is a very lightly defended B site.
It is, but Pullux...
Bullets.
Yeah, uncleared angle. Good trade. And there's one smoke to get them over. It's still a 2 versus 4, but Big are in a much better position now to retake this. You've already got Jenny basically in tunnels.
Yeah, Zada's behind her as well. You imagine this one should be impossible. Kiara with the AK, she's really the key piece here. In an exposed position, Molly won't affect her at the least. Ramsin spotted the swing out. She can't provide the coverage, so that is a clean retake. Bomb plant's something for NIP, but that's Big with 2 consecutive.
And that's now NIP just using their timeout. And it isn't to talk about whether they invest in or not. It's to talk about more, how do we make sure this doesn't get out of hand? How do we make sure that Big EQUIPA do not inflict the same punishment as we did to them on Ancient? I'd like to see a little bit more conditioning in towards short, a little bit more of a faster play. These default rounds haven't actually looked that defaulty, in essence, from NIP. It's basically throw your head at long. If that doesn't work, okay, well, we'll just go tunnels. Normally, you see the same thing over and over and over again on the T-side default. We've yet to see that once, really.
Try out B on the half B. 2 players in the site. One player in the site itself. Bullux Oh, no
Uh-oh.
players in the site. This was one of the rounds that they brought through, which set them to win out Ancient,
the same.
and it's found series point.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
no.
brutal, but I don't think you can go for it. 5v3. You've got an AWP in play for Zana. If you're Jenny, you're scratching your head there thinking, what is Pullux's position? Because it's in no position to be able to cover Jenny. There was no immediate trade. She just stuck behind the bomb site. And at that moment, you need to swing. You need to swing and provide coverage. You need to either swing and get a trade. You need to just do something. Instead, Pullux remained rooted like a statue, and it was just so easy for these Tech-9s to overwhelm. If they kill Zana on the AWP here, it is over.
Well, she'll keep it. It is not over yet, but oh.
It feels it.
Yeah, that's a brutal one to lose.
Sorry, big fans.
Well, I only said that I'd be, their super fan if they won. You had your chance, Big. Who's next? I'll have to decide. Maybe the French. Just to annoy you further. As a Brit.
I like the players on that team before you start anything.
All right.
Great flash. Probably Akuma. I feel like that's a
No,
team
I
that
should.
you'd like.
I should be going with the majority of Na'Vi players. Nice swing from Hankat.
So Eco Warriors.
Eco, exactly.
It's a good team.
Giuliano leading? Yeah. All right, they're my new favorite team.
It changes every week, guys. Come back tomorrow. There'll be a new favorite team.
Imperial's my favorite team tomorrow.
Flash and the good clear out of Hanker. Aim needs to get the trade, but Hanker will just disengage. This is looking a lot better here for Big. 5 versus 3. Potentially could walk in towards short, but NIP, they've been mid-rounded a lot back towards this B bomb site, and it looks to be the same here again.
Yeah, you even mentioned, right, coming into this that it could definitely be punishable, right, with Pullux on that site.
Yep.
And they've definitely identified that. She was also brought down low early, so Jenny really needs to be here to support, or NIP just call it off. That's also a possibility, because Naomi can buy next round and AIM can drop, so yeah, this actually makes sense with all the lack of utility.
You don't see this often, though. You don't see a 3-player save on D2 on T side.
I actually think it's something we should maybe see more of. I mean, not specifically in D2. I think that a lot of teams don't save enough, actually, in the women's scene.
No, I agree with that.
This is
I don't
the
know.
perfect time to do it.
T side's always a bit janky, right? Because obviously you don't get any money if you stay alive and you lose.
But it made sense.
In this certain instance, yes, it does make sense. And I do think in general, I agree with you. There's a lot of times where you should be saving. And I could be annoying this season, even more so than normal if you want. And every time I think a team should save, I'll just cut you off. Or I'll just cut myself and just go save, save, save. And that'll be it.
Okay.
And hopefully that will...
Just do it over the clutch.
Yeah. Save. Save.
It's an Anna
save.
1v4, and you're just like, save, save, save.
Yeah.
I can't, Brandon. It's Anna, post-night 1v4.
It's my equivalent of Scrawny's clutch, clutch, clutch.
Okay. Well, people love that one. Jenny's in a funky spot. Now she's known.
Yeah, this is ooh.
Uh-oh.
You just ignore her? Do you just ignore her and go mid? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I like
really?
this. I love this.
Actually, you just want to deal with her, right?
No, you can leave her for later.
She's got help. Oh, and that's actually left B open.
Mm-hmm. This is brilliant. This is really brilliant from Vilga.
She's just walking through it. She's gone solo, so it's not even costly if she does get caught, but she won't. Oh, but if she doesn't go far enough... Oh, this timing! Ah!
Oh. And now you know that they were probably going to go mid to B, so you got to be set up here. You got to be ready. Pullux, oh, overwhelmed by aim. And now you know the player's in at backside, and Naomi hits the shot. They weren't ready. They were severely not ready at all. And that's going to come back to cost big, potentially. A 4 versus 3, a retake they need to go for, and it starts off strong with Hanka finding Rams in.
Oh, not expecting Zana. The top hits the shot and then no scope again. How does she keep getting away with this? She doesn't need to scope. There's just none on her AWP. It's just a straight up rifle. What a retake.
How does she keep doing this? How does she keep doing
She's
it?
just sitting in aimbots, just practicing her no scopes.
Four no scope Zana. 4. That's insane.
Everyone's hit. I haven't seen her miss a no scope yet. Just goes over the top. Look at the half second. She had to fire that off. She couldn't have scoped if she wanted to. But I don't think she wanted to.
Take a half by NIP. Rush short. Rush B again. Bomb plants the objective here. You can't force into this.
Big fans, we might be back.
No, you've already pledged your allegiance to somewhere else. You can't just be a plastic fan.
Well, no, I'm just waiting for a team to win me over, and this would be how big win me over.
Whatever.
Being courted.
It's currently El Riz.
Elris. The L stands for Lucy, right?
I guess so. Oh, a runny boost. Okay. How can you... Yeah, you got to move out the way so Vilga can throw the smoke first.
Why'd you say it like that?
I was going to say runny B, and then I just thought it sounded weird, and then I just went with whatever that was.
That has been glocked.
Yeah, well, deeked.
Well, okay, yeah, sure. The Glock did a lot of damage.
They can't get
the AWP,
they
though.
can't get the AWP, yeah.
Okay,
But-
both on the same page.
If Kiara can get another 1 deek, it could get a bit spicy, but it won't. It's all okay. Nice shot out of Kiara. She has found that other 1 deek, and there's a player still on site being a nuisance. Kiara trying her best, but can't get by Paulie. Another important multi-kill for Paulie. Big are doing it. They're 3 rounds away from OT.
Yeah, let's go. 20 kills for Paulie off that one. Let the bomb go down, but that's not really a big deal at this point. They've got money for days. They can lose players. Well, the bomb actually getting planted has allowed Ramsden an AWP, but it does come with some costs. It's another spawn for long. Look, it does. She'll be meeting a lot of players over here if she decides to push through. She does decide to push through. Solo set up by the smoke, and yeah, Hanka runs through, players everywhere. Scaling very fast through short, but the rotations come back. Hanka caught in the open. Zana only hits a leg. At least Paulie's there for the trade back, but it's only 1. Jenny with a secondary AWP. Where did she even find this?
Jump
Oh no,
hit, jump
she's
hit.
scoped up.
Oh.
With the AWP, that's crazy. Oh my god, she is crazy. And now, on site, a chance there. She's lagged, and she's alone. 10 HP, AWP in hand, and falls down. Kiara with a double, an explosive end to this series. And what a series it has been. The NIP, your victors.
Yeah, look, a lot of mistakes made from both teams. You can kind of give a little bit of, I think, credit to Big because they're still a new team.